Good morning everyone and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity, and I'm here today with an Eiffel store design team haul, one project share and a small Joann haul. So I'm just going to go straight in, and it looks like all princesses and castles and little girls, and that one looks like a little springtime girl with an umbrella and a little dotty headband, so that looks really cute for spring. And another one where she's got lots of little flowers and a little flower pot down there at the bottom, which is there. I've got tiaras, and who doesn't love tiaras and crowns? I've got a little dinosaur. I think it's a dinosaur. It's either a dinosaur or a dragon. It could possibly be a dragon. You know what I'm like. A set of bees, which is always useful, and as you can see, that embosses the design in, so you're going to have to get your pen out and put the stripes onto there, and it's always easier to go white to black rather than black to white. Don't know why that is, but it just doesn't show any wobbly lines up as much. Musical notes, ladybug bugs, which cut the dots out and then you can pop the dots back in. I think they're done sort of like very Andy Warhol-ish on the website, if my memory serves me correctly. Some seriously cute little feathers, and of course all these need to be made up so that you know exactly how big they are. Kitty cats that are all curled up, and when placed together they actually spell the word love. That is the E on the end, and I'm not even going to attempt it. That's the O, I think that's the V, and that's the L. And another, I think that is a dragon actually. Yeah, it's a toothsome dragon. And then we have astrological signs. I haven't got a clue what they are, but I think that's Aries because it looks like a ram's horns. And I don't know what that is. What is that? The water. Is that Sagittarius or something? Yeah. And then we have graduation hats. Well, those are useful because you've got lots of them there, all different styles. You can pop those onto any character that you want to. Once again, this is Eiffel store making small things that will go onto anything that you've got. So if you know somebody who absolutely loves hedgehogs who's just graduated, you know, you can pop a graduation hat onto a hedgehog or even a kangaroo, whatever it is. And then we have birds in flight. And then this one looks like a little girl in goggles. She may be on an aeroplane or something. I need to check that one out. And then this one's lovely. This would be nice done in foil. And those are shells that emboss that design there. Great when thinking about summer. Here's one that would be really nice done in the scratch board from Walmart. That would make those nice and easy. Really retro radios, headsets, walkie-talkie, cassettes. Oh, remember those days? Cassettes, yeah. I always used to get mine tangled up. And now we get into castles. So great for boys, great for girls. Get all your fairies, princes, dragons and knights. And I have used a castle today. Here's one with a rather intricate bridge. And those, what are those pointy bits called? The turrets. Is that what they are? They're something. And there's another castle with lots of flags. You can just imagine your jousting knights. And this is pretty cool. This is a small alphabet and number set, which is quite cartoony, you know, a bit like old school that you'd see on a chalkboard. So that's really, really sweet. And I can do a quick measurement here. Just put down what I've got in my hand and try and look for the biggest one. Let me see. Yeah, let's measure an A. So that is ½ an inch. So those are ½ an inch. Those are really sweet. And they would look really nice on a blackboard kind of setup or teacher. Something like that. And then we have another little girl, and she's got a butterfly and a bow on a dress and a little princess crown. I like her little cheeks, look, they're love hearts. And then these are really cute. A big collection. There's 9 there of kitty cats. They're really, really sweet. And I don't know whether those are the whiskers or the claws. And then we have tropical birds. Now, these actually emboss, which means there's no pieces to piece on. So you need to get your markers out to colour these in. These are like brightly coloured parrots and budgerigars. But if you just check out the image on the website, if this is something that you're into, then these are easy enough to colour in because you've got good deep outlines there to keep your mark or your pencils within. And then we have more kitty cats. These look more sort of scraggledy Halloweeny cats, quite funny. So they'd be nice cut in black silhouette and just put on a brick wall for Halloween with a bunch of pumpkins or something. And then we have another girly. This one's summertime. She's got her glasses or her sunglasses. She's got a balloon and the balloon strings, ponytails in her hair and 2 little bows. Really, really easy one to make. You can see just how big those pieces are. And then here's a nice one for St. Patrick's Day. Some little Celtic bands. Those are really, really pretty. They'd make lovely bookmarks too, especially that one with a tassel on the end. So I really like that. And then another girl, and it says be mine. Right, so that's a Valentine type one with a heart-shaped candy there with be mine on it. You've actually got the separate letters so that you can piece a different colour on top of there. She's got a gorgeous bow for her hair and some hearts. And then we have tiny little honeybees. This is absolutely gorgeous, especially if you like doing ATCs and memory decks. That's going to do a full composition there for you, especially on an ATC. It's going to cut out all your little honeycomb. You've got the jar with the lid. You've got the honey drizzler. Really, really cute. I think I might come back on Monday and do that one. And another girl. More bows. I don't know what this loopy bit is. It might be coming off a bow in her hair. I'll have to look at the website. We have textured dolphins. So this is going to emboss the design in there. And then you could run just a little bit of marker or something around the belly area to shade it. And what else have I got? I've got a unicorn girl, and there is her unicorn horn. And another girl with a springtime umbrella. She actually looks like a ballet dancer. That's my bow barking, bless him. And another one with a heart. Yeah, that's a heart balloon. She's holding that, and that's a big floppy bow that sits on top of her head. So that one's really cute. I have another castle and another castle. This one actually looks just like the one I just put down. Anytime I get doubles, I put them to the side for giving away, and I think that might be a double. I think that one might be a double. I don't know. But we've got another Easter challenge coming up, so there'll be more dies to give away for Easter. And this gorgeous little tea set. So I think I'm going to do the T and the B for Monday. Yeah, because I'm actually going to take New Year's Day off. I'm going to go outside and start hacking down some plants because we've warmed up a little bit here. And this is the castle that I've used today. And this is the princessy die that I've used today for my project. And I can measure those on the card. And I'm just going to put these ones out of the way. Right, here we go. Isn't she gorgeous? Look at those eyes. Oh, I just think she's got an hilarious expression, and I've just inked her cheeks there to make her a little bit rosy. Now, my castle I did not do in the colours of the website. It's supposed to be blue, but I decided I was going to throw some pink and gold up here to kind of like tie in with her dress and her crown. And she comes with 3 little tiny hearts and that gorgeous little tiara that sits on top of her head. And you've got a heart-shaped door there for that castle. And of course you could put, if you wanted to, little gemstones in that flower embossing, but I used a cool grey 1 and 2 just to add some shadow into the bricks, and a cool grey 1 just along the edge of that skirt there. You can barely make it out on my camera, but I can measure those now because I made them according to the site. So the castle from the top of its flag to its bottom is 5 inches, and its width is 2 3/4 inches, and she is from the top of her tiara to the bottom there, she's almost 3 3/4 inches. Now, as you can see, I cut her hair twice, and I do tend to do that on a lot of the piecing girlies that I do, because I like to see the hair over the head rather than the head onto the hair, if you know what I mean. And then the widest part there is the hair, and that is almost 2 3/4 inches. So that's what I have for you today, and there's her dreamy little eyes. And one of the things I wanted to show you is that I actually coloured these eyes, and I cut the pupil of the eye in white pearl cardstock. I used a black Sharpie pen to do the black, and then I used a Touch 5 baby blue to do the blue section. But the white, because this is a sort of like peach fuzzy type cardstock from Joann, which I do buy an awful lot of, I had a trouble making it white. And one of the things that I wanted to show you today is I've got some black cardstock here, and I must admit it's not the best cardstock in the world, and this was the best marker. This one comes from Dollar Tree, and I did try my Recollections white marker, and I also tried my Jane Davenport white marker, but I'm going to show you now to show up on a darker shade. This was absolutely brilliant. So here is, because you can see it's kind of opaque, which is what I wanted. So that's the Dollar Tree. This one here is the Recollections, and the most expensive of all, the Jane Davenport. And I'm going to hold them up for you. Dollar Tree, Recollections, which is absolutely awful if I may say so, and then Jane Davenport. You've got far more white pigment in the Dollar Tree pen, which is this. And I did grab 2. I suggest you grab 2. And then I wanted to compare it to something even more expensive, and this is a really old pen. This is Paint Effects by Zig, and I'm just going to give it a shake to see if it's going to work, because it's been in hiding for a long time. And that's the Zig. So you can see, if you're going to spend $6 or $7 on a pen, then and it is a paint pen, and it's quite smelly as well. It's carried in a sort of like acetone, the pigment is, and on some papers the alcohol will sort of like bleed, so you get this sort of like greasy look around it, depending on what kind of cardstock you use. But if I can get my camera to behave just for a minute, put my hand in there. There you go. I think probably too much light. But the I wouldn't say that the Dollar Tree was comparable to my paint pen, but compared to these and spending $10 on this one especially, then I would go to Dollar Tree and get a couple of those if you need to sort of like just slightly make pale the cardstock that you're using, so you feel like you've got the white of an eye. Now the white section of this is my actual, there it is, my Aliexpress White Gel Pen is the pupils of the eyes, and as you know I use that an awful lot. But I was really shocked to see that Dollar Tree was better than more expensive brands when it came to a white pigment. So I just wanted to share that with you. And now I'm just going to pause for a second while I grab my small Joann haul. Okay, so I raised my camera up a bit, and the first one that I got was the you have to peel these stickers off the side, was the unicorns and rainbows, and this was $7.45. And I only got 3 packs, and the reason that I did that was because it was free shipping. So it didn't matter how much you ordered, you were going to get free ship. And this basically is what is inside of there. I can pick it up and shift it around, and there's a lot of glitter in this, which is lovely, and I believe it's 2 sheets of everything, and even that is glitter, but it's a gorgeous honeycomb. And then you've got rainbow on the reverse, and then you've got a sort of watercolor star. There's 2 of those, and then you get that pale blue. And then this one, you might not be able to see unless I can bend the paper up towards you. That is a unicorn, and it's printed. And then you've got a little pink unicorn behind it. And then my favourite sorts of prints, which are kind of like ice pops and candies and stuff like that. And you've got that gorgeous sort of ombre-ish watercolour stripe. And then donuts, don't you just love them? You can get a punch and you can punch out a page. You can use some resin or your glossy accents, and you can make tons of embellishments out of 1 sheet. And I'm probably going to do that. And then I'll use 1 sheet just for making cards. And then you've got that gorgeous watercolor type star. And then you've got a floral and an apple green kind of stripe, and then you've got a glitter hearts, which is really pretty. It's kind of glazed, and then you've got watercolor hearts, and then you've got bright pink, see if we can get the true color, unicorns running around, and a pale pink dot. I'll try not to go through all of them, otherwise you'll be sitting here forever. And then you've got unicorns running through the fields with the tulips, which is really kind of springtime. And then you've got that gorgeous candy pink. And this is perfect all year round, including Christmas. And then this beautiful rose with those glazed glitter elements there. And I do believe Joann still has its half price cardstock sale on, but I don't think they're doing free shipping anymore. And then we've got glazed elements in the rainbow and in the little moons and stars on that one. And there's a rainbow heart background. And then you've got that beautiful big unicorn, which if you get a slimline die, you can cut that out and you've got an instant card. You've got more unicorns on the back. And then you've got these gorgeous wavy borders and straight borders. So you can do lots with that. Tiny little pink stars on a white background. And then we've got flowers, which are great for the spring because they're tulips. And you've got that beautiful watery stripe that can be used for beach things. And then you've got the lovely pink ice lolly. And what else have we got? We've got pink donuts on the reverse. And then we've got a unicorn in a rainbow, which if you're doing, I would say, a 6x6 card, you've got the centerpiece of your card there. And then you've got a diagonal rainbow stripe. And then you've got more cut aparts. And there is 2 of those. So that's die cuts with a view, unicorns and rainbows. And then I got another one, which is upside down, die cuts with a view again. And I think this one was $5. And it's a weird thing because a lot of people tend not to like the fabric packs, and I do. I like them for using on my steel rule dies and for being able to cut out flowers and things like that. And you can make your own case for your glasses using envelope dies and things. But that just comes with 2 different shades of denim, the light and the dark, and 12 sheets. So there's 6 sheets of each. And of course it's paper backed. And it's a good thing to copy if you've got fabrics that you want to die cut. Just glue some cardstock using a glue stick is the best way to do it. And you'll be able to die cut your fabric cleanly and do your embellishments. And then next up is the pastels. and the cover got a bit yucky because I also treated myself to a couple of oxide inks that I've wanted for a while, and they were $3.99. But as you can see, these are just real pale colours, gorgeous for spring and Easter, like buttercup yellow and soft green, and the reverse of each sheet is a different shade. Then you've got pale blues and going into lilacs and things. It's not really showing up well on my camera, but I got that, and one of my distress ink pads leaked onto that, and I'm going to show you which ones I got. I got sponge sugar and I got weathered wood because I didn't have these. And if I get in close, it was the weathered wood. It was put in the box upside down, and then the cardstock was placed on top. Now that's quite tidy compared to what it was because all of it had leaked out. But I've got a sheet of white cardstock here so you can have a quick look. I'll go in with my foamy sponge and just do a bit of pink first. It's a gorgeous shade of pink. It's like cotton candy. And I'll use the other bit to do the weathered wood. And I don't know, because it's leaked, if it's going to be absolutely true to colour. But these sponges really pick up a lot of ink. So, oh, I'm going to try and get that off with this. But I've got it all up my nails and everywhere. Look, it's a right mess. And so these are the two colours. You've got that grey of the weathered wood, and then you've got that lovely sponge sugar. Really love those. Right, so I've shown you quite a bit today, and I am going to be back on Monday. I'm going to be celebrating New Year's Day with my husband, who's got another day off, which is an absolute luxury. So I'm going to be enjoying him while he's here and doing some gardening. But I'm going to be up on Monday, probably with some more princesses from Eiffel store. So I'd like to wish you all a very happy New Year, a good, long and healthy one we want this year, and let's hope for some freedom. Right, as usual, all links below. Bye.